Good morning, Master Rizal. So today I'm going to present my idea regarding my project about the Facebook advertisement in the partnership funnel. So here's the glimpse of what I want to talk about today from the background, and I will talk about the previous campaign and the problems that I found, and the ideas, and also the summary of the execution plan that I've made. Starting from the background. Why Facebook? According to research by Statista in 2021, Facebook is the number one social media in the world. As you can see on the bar chart on the left, Facebook is ranked number one, and the other three Facebook products, such as Facebook Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp, is also listed at the top five of the most popular social media in the world. So I think this shows the huge, enormous opportunity present because it has so much popularity and a large user base. And for this right chart, I think Facebook has a large potential because Indonesian people sits at the number three of the top Facebook users, monthly active users of Facebooks. I think most of Indonesian use Facebook, and most of Facebook users are also from Indonesian. So I think this presents a huge potential, if not very huge potential. So I think here are the two reasons of why Facebook advertising is kind of important to see. And then the third reason why Facebook is because this advertisement channel is proven to be effective. Research by eMarketer.com at 2019 shows that the sheer market share that the platform has. In 2019, Facebook held around 39.4% of the whole digital ad revenue in the world. So it has been proven. We have seen the world success in Facebook marketing. So I think it's a no-brainer to also have a Facebook marketing campaign in our partnership file. So next, I will talk about the previous campaign. Here's a quick summary of what happened at the previous campaign. This campaign support the partnership SLA to gain awareness. So the SLA target is 56 MQLs per month, and this Facebook campaign is still MVP that aim to have 4 MQLs per month, and its objective is bring to traffic, to MMP page, at which the intended results is 1% click-through rate and 20% conversion rate. But fortunately, after two pivots during the May campaign, it's failed to reach the second result. So at the right side, you can see the campaign summary. So the first pivots lasted for about 20 days with objectives to bring traffic. So the KPI is the link clicks, and that's the detail of the audience using LAA. Um, yeah, it generated the budget spend is around 72.36 dollars, and the key result is as you can see there, CTR is 1.64, CPC and CPM. And for the second pivot, lasted around 11 days, so half the time, half the time of the first pivot. And the KPI here is lead. So this is the phase where it should bring leads to our MMP page. Okay, so the audience here is the previous campaign visitor, so targeting warm audience basically. And the other criteria is to live in Bay Area and have interest in property management, villa management, etc. So the key result of the second pivot is not that great. It's not good actually. So only three people interact with the FAQ button and one interact with the WA chat button. So the CTR is still above 1%, but yeah, we can see there's an increase in CPM and CPC because the goal itself is not gaining impression. So I think it's normal. From this campaign, this is my take regarding and what I found about this campaign. So, for the traffic campaign, the question that comes to my mind is, does LAA really helped us find the right audience? And then I analyzed the LAA data source that I found on the Trello card. Then what I found is actually a bit shocking. You can see that on the bar chart here, I've, I've created a chart on our partners list age group. And what I found is the data is actually incorrect because, as you can see, there are 50 partners that are aged between -1 and 10 years old. So I don't know what's wrong with the data source, but if this is the real data source that was used as an LAA creation, of course it will lead us to miss the correct audience. It will result in a poor LAA audience. So yeah, this is what I think that makes the previous campaigns unoptimal. And then the second thing that I found is the identifier used for the LAA is not optimal. As you can see on the left bottom picture is the total available identifier that Facebook made. We only use three of it that I circled in red. So we only use the email, phone number, and date of birth of our partners. So I think this is unoptimal, and we can actually I think we can improve the data by adding more identifiers such as gender or city to help us improve the performance of the LAA. And then what I think is no leads here is not an indication of the whole campaign failures because the objectives of the first campaign is traffic. So I think it's fine to not have leads here because the goal is to bring link clicks or to bring traffic to the MMP page. And then the next thing is I'm curious why we only use English content. I mean, why not use Bahasa? Because what we have targeted is people that have a property because local owners, right? Then I haven't analyzed if most of our partner is English speaking or Indonesian speaking, but from the previous content, it's only made on English, so it brings me a question why not use Bahasa too, because they will understand it maybe more clearly, and perhaps it could evoke their emotional reaction much better if we use their mother tongue language. That's what I think. And for the click-through rate, is great. It's better than the industry average of 0.9%. There's what I found from the previous campaign too. And then the average time on page is very low, but the bounce rate is also low. So I don't really know because the average time on page during this traffic campaign from Google Analytics that I found is around 3 seconds. I think it's very low, but the bounce rate is 3%. But I don't know what's wrong, but because I think if the average time on page is very low, the bounce rate should be very high. So I don't know what's wrong here. I still don't know why that happened. And then move on to the retargeting campaign. Yes, no conversion, only one way chat is possibly to the wrong audience targeting due to the wrong LAA. And then I see the ad creatives and ad copy of this retargeting campaign. So Mas Gani only posted one ads. Yeah, as you can see here, I included the picture of the whole ad. So I think the content is not optimal for converting for evoking consideration within the audience. I think it could be more attention grabbing. I think we could use maybe short animation or video to help them to grab their attention. I think because I don't think this is attention grabbing enough. Perhaps we could use picture of a beautiful woman like the like we that we use on the traffic campaign perhaps. But basically, we need to make it more attention grabbing so that people will stop scrolling and see our ads. And then I think the ads is already good at piquing the audience interest. I mean, when I saw these ads, is what I ask is transform your filler into valuable asset. How? Well, how would you transform your filler? What do you mean? Because so that's evoking the audience interest. That is something that I think pretty good because the audience uh, will have questions there, so they will try to click learn more the CTA button. And then the next thing is how would you find valuable. So this ad copy ad creative is quite good at evoking the audience interest. And then I think that we should focus is the relevance. So I think we should put more emphasis on customer pain points. So why what is their problems that we are trying to solve? What is it? Well, how can we sell the outcome of what we're doing? So I think the shows on the ad copy bring Bukit Vista will help you win the market even during pandemic. But I think we haven't. I think we could do better on emphasizing these customer pain points. And then lastly is the city button who could be more directed towards the purchase, or we should do more hard sell if we want to convert this considerating audience into our leads. So we can see that the CTA here is learn more, but I think learn more is good for the awareness or earlier top funnel campaign. But for the retargeting campaign, we I think we should focus on the middle and the bottom funnel. So the CTA should be more direct and tell the audience what we really want. We want you to sign up and to get a free filler management consultation. We want you to get this free filler consultation offer. So yeah, I think it could be improved to to get better results. I think. Okay. So the problem identification. So I use this method called fishbone diagram by Kaori Ishikawa. So this method is used to break down big problems into factors and smaller possible causes. This method, I use it because I think it might help me to see the whole perspective of the problem. So the main problem is from the previous campaign. Why it can convert? Why it has low conversion rate from the traffic that comes from the Facebook ads? So I think there are three factors to this problem. So the landing page, the FBA strategy, and the executor of or the people. Um, so from the landing page itself, yeah, I think the problem is the low average time on page, and the possible causes is I think questionable UI or UX or unoptimized content. Unoptimized content that I mentioned is I think why there are form to sign up for consultation at the bottom, but there are also chat WA for consultation in the middle. I think there are uh, two two things that are the same purpose. So I think it's unoptimized because it confuses the audience whether to click the WA button or sign up for the consultation at the bottom. So I think it could be optimized by just having one singular action, so user can so it minimizes the confusion of the visitors. I think that's it. And then the FBS strategy, yeah, it can. I think the factors are the contents and the audience targeting. It could be inaccurate targeting for the content is ad creative and ad copy. And then and for the people factor, I think uh, what could make the low conversion rate is inexperience because I saw that we don't really have that much campaign in the partnership funnel, Facebook ads, and we don't really have what is it a clean documentation, so new members could read and learn from it. I think that's what makes new people kind of hard to learn about what's wrong in the previous campaigns. And then lack of dedicated personnel because the staff here, I don't know before the pandemic situation, but after the pandemic situation, I think that uh, there aren't many employees and interns, so that like you and Masgani handles a lot of tasks and initiatives. So your focus are divided, and perhaps you couldn't you couldn't measure the details and control it very good because you have many things to focus on. So yeah, I think that might be the problem too in this case. So what I like to work on here is focusing on the FBI strategy. This is my prioritization. Given my current limitation of time and energy, I chose to focus on the audience targeting and the content. So the reason for this is actually is very subjective. It's based on my interest and what I think of minimum required technical skills, and lastly, it's the task complexity. So yeah, I think I will work on the FBS strategy. So my idea to get this straight is first of all how to generate best content. This is the first question that comes to mind. Unfortunately, there are no such thing as the best content or the best advertisement. There are no common recipe for success that works for everyone. So Um, what I like to do first is to fix and improve the beefy partner list. As I have mentioned before, that our lookalike data source is messed up, is not good. So I like to fix that first and improve the beefy partner list by adding more identifiers to it. So it might help Facebook algorithm to create a better audience, and perhaps that will result in a better marketing campaign. And then the second ideas that I think of is follow the best practice of ad copy and ad creative. I know this may sound ordinary, but actually, I've for the past 3 days, I've learned quite a few things about the best practice of ad copy and ad creative, and like to apply it to find to create my ads. And then the third things is a bit underrated. I think one of the most important things is the split testing. I think split testing is a bit underused here, especially in the last few campaigns that were run in Bukit Vista. What I found is split testing is super helpful for marketers to know which combination or a variable works best. Why I want to try this because I think it is very hard for audience for us marketers to know how the audience will react and perceive our ads. And I think the best way uh, instead of researching and analyzing too much and too long for audience, we should just test our market and do as much iteration or split testing that we can based on our budgets. And I think this is the best way to know which and what kind of ads that match that our audience will like. And I think we could optimize it along the way. So the non-performing ads we could delete it, and more good performer ads we could add the budgets like that. So yeah, at the bottom left is it's just an example, but I'm just gonna skip it. And for the right pictures is yeah, it's actually one of the best practice that I've found. Not the best practice, but tips I think that I found about split testing. that I'm not just gonna read it here. Okay. So this is a honorable mention about my other idea, but I don't know whether if I could apply it now. But I think I found this feature on FB called lifetime value (LTV). So Facebook wants us marketer to use this to improve their capability to create lookalike audience. So yeah, what I say is LTV is the total worth of a business of a customer over the whole period of the relationship. So customers are viewed as assets that business have to maintain, but LTV is like a score whether we should maintain that customer or we should cut their ties to customers. It's like customer relationship management or like CRM. So I would like to use LTV to try to improve the LAA audience, but to count that LTV, I think I want to use the partner persona evaluation that have Kyla made. So I think I will integrate her findings to achieve these goals. So basically, that what need to be done is to evaluate existing partners persona. So all the partners that we already have today, and then use the score as the customer lifetime value, and then Facebook will find your lookalike based on your most valuable partner. So the higher the score is it's like the bobot, it's like the weight. So Facebook will consider that people is most important and find the right audience based on that people. But the catch or the possible friction, existing partners evaluation might take a lot of time and work. So it's a huge investment because the partner's persona evaluation made by Kyla is only on testing phase. It's not used widely yet, so I don't know if I can do this on this scope of this project. And after all that hard work, I don't know whether this will actually increase the performance of the LAA and the marketing campaign. So that's it. And then lastly about the execution. Okay, so execution for the whole initiatives, so its objective is still the same: increase traffic to MMP according to the whimsical, the business process whimsical. So increase traffic to MMP page that has high possibility to convert and support the partnership SLA. And then the intended results, yeah, I think I will not change it, and I think I will not change it from the previous campaign. Other than the conversion rate, I think the previous conversion rate is around 20%, and few I don't know whether we could achieve that. So I try to lower it by around 5%. But other than that, it's all the same. And then for the summary of the campaign plan itself, I think I will try to divide this campaign on a three phase. So for the first phase is the awareness phase, and the prospecting and the retargeting. So the difference you can see for yourself on the screen. So there are of course difference of objectives, and then for the first part for the first campaign is to gain impression. The goal is to get people to know about Bukit Vista, and then the target audience that I will like to use is the uh, LAA based on our partner list. Yeah, the budget allocation is what I found from the internet is around 20%. And the type of contents that I like to do on this campaign is actually not creating new contents, but pushing our useful content from the Facebook page that Ka Aike and perhaps Ka Gani already made for the Facebook page, yeah, Bukit Vista Facebook page. So yeah, it's promotion. So people will stumble upon our ads and perhaps read the useful stuff that Ka Aike has written, and get redirected to the Bukit Vista website also. And for the second part is prospecting, is to bring traffic to MMP. So we want to elicit customers consideration. We want to target the warm audience lah. The previous campaigns the people who interact or saw our ads on the awareness phase. So for this campaign, I think the budget allocation should be higher because um, we want to get people to go to our page. Yeah, so the CTA is to learn more to what is it to yeah to go to our website and to sign up for the free consultation. The type of content is to bring the customer pain points and show them how Beefy could help solve their problem. And the last phase is the retargeting campaign. So it's targeted toward conversion. And this is, I think, still I don't know whether I will do the last phase or not because I think from the previous campaign, Mr. Jing also asked uh, what to do with the people who went to our page and just scroll or do nothing. Now, for that kind of people, I think that's the people who I want to target on this phase of the campaign is the hot audience or who have visited the MMP but is still not converted or not press the free consultation button, and then type of content is hard sell our services. Okay, so this is the rough timeline of what I've made. Because as you can see, it still can change actually because I haven't paired with anyone about this. I did it by myself, and I don't know whether this is the best thing to do. Okay. So thank you. I think that's all what I've uh, prepared for this presentation.
Okay, Zaki, thank you for your presentation. I want to add something. I think we already in all hands time, but yeah, I think I will have a question on. Okay, I will send you the question right now. I want to emphasize that the plus point is you also emphasize to work with others. I mean, you want to connect the Kaila's work into your work. I think that's a good integration. How our current project can be collaborate with others to maximize the result. I think that's good by using LTV also. And for the LTV is I think that's something new and I
Hmm.
think that could be solved the current problem of Facebook ads. That's the finding. But my question is this: how many budget that you want to propose? That's not written yet. And then,
Mhm.
what is your intended result? I mean, on the awareness part, what is the KPI? And then on the prospecting part, what is the KPI? And then for the retargeting, do you think the retargeting part is that correct audience? I mean,
Hmm.
we want to okay, that audience is basically arrive in our landing page, but they are live right, and you want to target them.
Mhm.
Do you think that audience is good audience or they are bad audience because they don't spend much time see our website?
Okay, okay. For the first question about the intended results, yeah, yeah, okay. For the intended results on awareness campaign, yeah, I haven't found the correct. I don't know the correct. I haven't found the suitable KPI to measure this awareness because I think I want to pair with Kagani who have some experience or pair with you. I don't know because from what I learned, awareness is kind of hard to measure because um, okay, awareness is to let people know our brands, right? So it could be impressions, it could be cost per million CPM, cost per thousand impression. I still don't know which are the key metrics to see in the awareness campaign. And for the retargeting campaign, yeah, I for the people that are coming to our website but still don't click, um, yeah, I think we could use the with the data from Hotjar to see whether um, maybe from the average time on page, from what they do, if they scroll and spend a considerable amount of time, then we could target them. But I haven't made the clear boundaries of what is considered a wrong audience and considering audience. I think that's what I missed in this retargeting campaign. Yeah, about the retargeting campaign, I still want to consult this because I don't know whether I could make it to only two phase campaign, but I'm still thinking of it. For the budget, yeah, I only make the allocation because um I don't know how the marketing budget for this campaign is usually proposed, but yeah, I simply don't know aja Kak, kira-kira berapa.
Okay, I think that could be calculated because it will.
Mm.
Yeah, we want to measure the ROI. Is your
Oh yeah.
is your ads is bring back the benefit? Like
Yes.
yeah, because because it is like we buy something and what things that we get.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's need to calculate also. Um, the other thing is here. Okay, this is your plan is good. But what if your plan is not work smoothly? What is your plan B? What is your backup plan? Do you have like a milestone or a gatekeeper or checkpoint that okay, if it's not achieve this number, I want to basically I want to improve.
Mm.
I want to change the variable of the audience, for example. I want to change the this variable, for example. I think that's not prepared here. I mean, I think that's important because we can what is called because this is strategy, right? This is the plan. So if your plan is not work, I have backup plan and so on and so forth. I think that's
Mm.
need to be fixed also for the backup plan.
I see.
Mm.
Okay. Milestones ya. Mm.
Like it is like checkpoint. It is like your plan on uh, apa namanya on your content and then content creation awareness prospect prospecting
Mm.
list and then the next but the time frame is good but I don't see there's a backup plan if it's not work on that checkpoint. That's that. And then okay, this is my last question. How do you want to fix the current LAA?
Yeah. Okay. So I think the data is wrong because yeah because some of the birth of date is listed at 2021 and 2020. I don't know what's wrong or the previous campaign gets the data, but I think it's from BI or from Bigger. I don't know where to ask the data, but I think it's from a BI. So yeah, I want to ask for the correct one because yeah, they can't be born at 2020, right? So
Mm.
there has to be correct data about this, right?
Okay, okay. Yep, I think that's can be fixed. Okay, I think this that from Mizaki, and I think we're
Mm-hmm.
over time. It's already 9 7, and I will stop
Yes.
recording.